Good evening. Good evening. My name is Mary Maslowski. I'm the chair of the Historic District and Historical Commission. We're calling to order our meeting for Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. Meeting is being held at 6 p.m. at Town Hall, 732 Main Street in the small hearing room. If we could start with a roll call, please.
Bob Doan. Brendan Lowney.
Lynn Zalasak.
All Doan.
All right. If anyone in the audience is wishing to audio or video record the meeting, we would ask that you notify the chair at this time. Seeing and hearing none, we will open our first hearing. It is HH 2026-01. It's Pilgrim Congregational Church through their agent, Russell Casal, has filed a notice of intent. The project proposes replacing the flat roof system. The structure is over 100 years old, according to the town assessing records, and is located at 527 Route 28, map 14, parcel P5. Is there anybody here for the applicants? Please, if you could come forward and sign the sign-in sheet and state your name for the record, please.
Yeah, my name's Drew Cazalt. Do you guys have a pen that I could use to sign it?
There you go.
Great, thank you. And then address, is it the address that you're looking for?
Yeah, that's
Where the
fine.
work is being performed?
Please.
All right, give me 1 second, just to confirm the address. Okay.
You're welcome to have a seat. And
All
if
right.
you could walk through the application for us.
Yeah, so really it's just a small flat roof that's on the building. It's not the whole roof or anything like that. Looks like we applied for a permit to do that as well on the Pilgrim Congregational Church. Just looking here, we're only going to be pulling off a few pieces of siding on the inside corner. The roof currently has multiple holes and is leaking. The scope of work is to put TPO on there instead of rubber. TPO lasts longer. Like I said, you can't see it from the ground. It's a PVC synthetic membrane system. So that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brendan, you want to start with questions?
I have no questions.
All right, Bob?
No questions.
Paul?
No, thank you.
Lynn?
Nope.
We're in a public hearing. Any questions from the audience?
3 day.
All right. Pretty easy.
All right. Hearing no questions, I would entertain a motion to close the public
I
hearing.
move to close the public hearing.
So Bob's
Second.
made the motion. Is there a second?
Second the motion.
Bob and Paul has seconded. All those in favor of closing the public hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. So then I would
I don't actually
entertain-
know. Yeah, my dad's
see
the one
it.
that priced it. He's in Punta Cana, so I had to come here.
So I would entertain a motion. Who would like to walk through it?
Yeah, sure. So, case number HH 2026-01. Filing date November 17th, 2025. Hearing date January 21st, 2026. Address 527 Route 28, map 14, parcel P5. Owner of record, Pilgrim Congregational Church. Agent Russell Casalt, Paul J. Casalt and Sons Roofing. BCRD recording information, book 830, page 293. Year built 1854 from the assessing records. This is demolition proposed is partial, and is to replace a flat roof system. The building is historically significant. It's listed on the town property inventory. That's it. Proposed demolition would not destroy or seriously diminish the historic values of the subject building. Determination, no demolition delay period is imposed,
And no conditions.
and no conditions.
All right, so we have a motion that's been made by Bob. Is there a second? So Bob's made the motion. Lynn has seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. Did Did he leave us after?
He left
the-
already, yeah, you missed it.
Okay,
I gave him a
He thought
light.
when we closed it.
he was all
done, yeah.
set. Okay, well, he's all set anyway.
Mission accomplished for Mr.
Right.
Cazal.
Okay. 21st,
Finish the job tonight.
maybe.
Before the snow comes.
Yeah, really.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, considering what they're saying this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that moves us on to the second matter. We'll open the public hearing for HH 2026-02. Frank and Laura Wyasek. Thank you. Owners, they filed a notice of intent. The project proposes an addition to the dwelling. The structure is over 100 years old, according to the town assessing records, and is located at 232 Bank Street, map 32, parcel N3-A and N3-B. You're welcome to come forward and,
My daughter's looking at me. I feel like if I go
Okay.
I could try. She's staring at me.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, there she is.
All right. Yes.
so if you could sign in for us.
I did.
Oh, she did.
Okay, perfect. And then if you could just briefly walk us through your application.
Yeah, absolutely. We have an 1887 old captain's home. There's been some additions since the original structure. I think in the 80s, there was that kind of middle piece, and then they did like a garage and an above dwelling, so it's actually a multi-property. We are using it as that right now. We have an apartment above that garage that we are using as kind of like a seasonal rental. But with the growing family, we're looking to modify the home and create just one house for us to live in. And the first part of that is creating a larger kitchen, which you see on the plans, and having a hallway that will connect the front house to that apartment, which will eventually become a master bedroom because there's really no master bedroom in the house.
Okay.
We kind of been using the living room, and it's time. So that's the plan. We're actually not doing anything to the original structure. It's just the 1980s part that they did. We're going to be kind of blowing out that part. That's where the kitchen is,
Okay.
and where the deck is now is going to become living space and a bigger kitchen.
All right.
Pretty much.
So it looks like the only thing that we would actually see from the street will be a little bit of the patio that's next to the addition.
If we do like a stone patio right there,
Mhm.
maybe, yeah.
That's,
If you see the ground, but yeah.
okay. Any questions? Bob?
No, it doesn't look like it'll really be seen from the street, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Brendan?
No questions.
Same. Lynn? Nope. Paul?
Now, just,
Yeah.
just sure, there's a stairway or something, you're changing the stairway up to the second floor or something? Was
No,
that, no?
no, we're gonna use the
Seemed like there
stairs.
was some activity planned where that stairway exists now. No?
No, there's a stairway when you walk in, and it's gonna go up to all the it's on
No,
like,
but I'm talking about the
On the
outside,
back?
on the south side of the
okay,
house.
there's a back deck.
Outside,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there had to be two entrances and an entrance and exit from the apartment.
yeah,
So there's a side staircase that you see in the picture.
right.
Where the driveway is. And so that is going to basically kind of go up to our closet area.
Okay.
And
Oh, so
we have
it's
plans.
enclosed, you just,
We have plans to maybe like enclose that and make a mudroom there, which we really don't have. So that would be like an entrance to our room instead of going all the way to the front of the house to go upstairs. And then there's also that back deck with the stair as well.
good.
So we'll
That'll
have
be
still,
good improvements.
yeah. The only thing that we would do is enclose that staircase. So that would be the only modification to the stairs.
Is there an outdoor staircase already that you would talk about proposing? Okay. Brendan, anything?
Nope.
Bob? Paul? Lynn? Okay. I didn't know if we had any follow-ups to Paul's question. All right, anybody in the public have any questions? Hearing none.
I move to close the public hearing.
Second
Alright.
the motion.
Bob has made the motion, Paul has seconded to close the public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none. And then somebody would like to entertain the motion for us.
Sure, I'll do that. Case number HH2026-02, filing date November 17, 2025, hearing date January 21st, 2026. Address 232 Bank Street, map 32, parcel N3A and N3B. Recording owner Francis Wysek Jr., agent are owners. Book 31818, page 157, year built 1887. Proposed demolition is partial, and the proposed work is to add an addition onto the existing dwelling. Historical significance, it is listed on the town's property inventory. The proposed demolition would not destroy or substantially diminish the historic value or significance. Determination, no demolition delay period imposed with no conditions.
All right, so we have a motion
Second.
by Brendan, seconded by Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, do I get my originals back from Lisa? Does she have those?
You can check it with her in the office
Perfect.
on Monday, okay? Or tomorrow, sorry. I forget what day it is. It is Wednesday already. 6. Okay. Let's. Give me a second, I have things all mixed up here.
Can't get 'em warm.
I forgot to use some moisturizer today. I forgot to use moisturizer today.
We need more coming up next week, I think.
Okay.
For shoveling purposes.
Next matter on our agenda is a public hearing for HH 2026-03, George Eli through his agent, Dallas Goncalves, general contractor. He has filed a notice of intent. The project proposes re-roofing shingles. Structure is over 100 years old according to the town assessing records and is located at 550 Main Street, map 39, parcel V3-0. Come on forward. Hi, if you could sign in for us
Thank you.
and just walk us through the application briefly.
Okay. Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Liliana. I'm representing the contractor office.
Okay,
We're gonna do re-shingles in 550 Main Street. So it's nothing's gonna change. Color's gonna be the same. It's just change the shingles.
okay. So where is it, on, just on this back portion, where, is that where we're thinking?
Yes.
This is
the whole room?
The whole room.
The whole room,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. It's all on the picture. That is the best that we
All right,
we couldn't.
so it's the same shingle, same color.
Same color, same shingles. And
Okay.
it's just gonna be new ones. We're gonna take the
All
old
right.
ones and change our new ones.
Okay. Anyone, Paul, any questions?
My only question was on the pictures here. But the house has been painted since this picture or something? Is it not
Right. Actually, the contractor is on the phone. If you
oh no, that's
if,
unnecessary.
if you wanna
But I was just
ask him
curious
some,
if you-
I know, right?
It's not a very
But
good picture.
we're gonna do only the roof. We're not gonna do any siding.
Good.
So is this outside?
Yes,
Yes, it is outside. I thought
but
it
it's
was.
on mattress.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. All right, Bob, any questions?
No?
Lynn?
Nope.
Brendan?
None.
Nothing. Anybody in the public with any questions?
Easy night so far.
Yeah, it's pretty
We're on a
good.
roll today. So I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
So Lynn's made the motion, Bob has seconded. Who would like to take a,
Take it this
We'll
one.
go back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right,
Uh,
go Bob, go.
Case number HH 2026-03, filing date November 17th, 2025, hearing date January 21, 2026. 550 Main Street, map 39, parcel V3-0. Owner of record, George Eli. Agent, Dale's Goncalves. Is that it?
Done.
Recording information, book 37013, page 58, year built 1890. Source, use, term, and age, both town assessing records and property inventory and MACRIS. essentially. Demolition proposed partial, project proposed re-roofing shingles. The building is historically significant. It's listed in MACRIS. Let's see, the building is not, we can take that back. Proposed demolition would not destroy or seriously diminish the historic values and use of the subject building. Determination, no demolition delay period imposed, and no conditions.
Okay, so we've got a motion made by Bob. Is there a second?
Second the motion.
Paul has seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All set.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Should I put in over here the address of where is the job is gonna be done?
No, I
No.
think that's fine.
Oh, okay.
That isn't our purview. That would be the building department.
Okay. Thank you so much. You have a good
Thank
night.
you. You as
Thank you.
well.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa.
21, 2026. I'll get it right at some point tonight without losing my mind. Okay. All right. The next matter on our agenda is a public hearing that we'll open for HH 2026-04, Donna Manning through her agent Rafael Dos Santos, who's filed a notice of intent. The project proposes removing and replacing siding and window trim. The structure is over 100 years old, according to the town assessing records, and located at 16 South Street, map 14, parcel A16-1. Good evening.
Good evening.
If you could sign in for us and
Okay.
have a seat, and you can walk us through your application. If you would be so kind.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So the house is located over at 16 South Street, right here, and homeowner currently has pre-stained cedar shingles. They're gray, and the window shingles are wooden ones. They're in a terrible shape. All the corner boards, soffits, fascia, they're all fine. She wants to replace just the sidewall shingles and windows trim. She has wood currently. She wants to go with hardy for shingles, and she wants to use PVC for the trim. The product that she has selected is the straight edge panel hardy, which looks exact the same. It's like looks like just regular shingles, and that's the only difference. So we're replacing windows trim and siding using this hardy product.
Okay.
And there's shingles, not clapboard.
Oh, there's, yes.
Shingles.
Yeah. No clapboard or anything like that. So the house will look exact the same, the only difference is, as you can see.
Did you want to start?
Color remains the same, basically.
I'm sorry.
Color
The
remains.
color is remain, yes. It's called iron.
So it's
gray.
painted shingle.
Yes,
now.
yes, it comes painted, yes.
Did you want to start?
Yeah, just a quick question on the shingles, the hardy shingles. They come individual pieces.
They come like a 48 inches.
48 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the one panel with the tabs.
One, yes.
I get you. Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay.
It has the groove and,
Yeah, I've seen it. And
Yeah.
I just had to refresh my memory. Thanks.
okay.
Anything else?
No, that's
Lynn?
No.
Paul?
No.
Bob?
Are all the windows being done, or just the bad window and the?
She wants to do all the windows so they all match now, but it's like, I would say like 70% are in terrible shape. Some
Yeah.
of them is okay. You can probably try to paint and see, but she wants to do it all. But all the corners and all the trim, they're all good.
Yeah. No, that's
Okay.
all I had.
Question for my board members, typically with PVC, we would require it to be painted, and that the nails or screw holes would be puttied rather than using the plastic.
The plugs, okay,
correct.
part of your paint, okay.
So just wanted to make you aware of that. That's typically what we would put in as a condition. Any other questions from the board? Any questions from the public? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So,
So Lynn's made the motion.
second it.
Paul seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. And then who would like to do the motion, please?
Want to do it?
Yeah.
Case number HH 2026-04, filing date December 10, 2025, hearing date January 21st, 2026. Map 14th, parcel A16-1, address is 16 South Street. Owner on record is Donna Manning, agent is Rafael Dos Santos. Recording information, book 18941, page 246. Year built 1900. Proposed demolition is parcel. The project proposes removing and replacing siding and window trim. The historical significance is listed on the town's historic property inventory. The proposed demolition would not destroy or diminish the historic value. Determination, no demolition delay imposed, and conditions are that the trim would have to be painted and with no plugs.
Mhm. We good?
Yep, just 1 second. So we have a motion which has been made by Brendan. Is there a second?
Second.
And seconded by Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries.
So,
You're all
thank you.
set. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, the next matter on our list is HH 2026-05. We'll open the public hearing. It is Paul Thomas, through his agent Rooftop Power LLC, has filed a notice of intent. The project proposes to install solar panels. The structure is over 100 years old, according to the town assessing records, and is located at 21 Homer Road, map 23, parcel X4-2. Good evening.
Oh my goodness, sorry. I was in the other room and I was like, man, these are not the same names that are on my agenda. And my wife dropped me off because we just made a little day trip out of it. It's like a 2-hour drive for us because we're down in Warwick, Rhode Island. But literally she texted me and she's like, so how long do you think it'll be? And I was like, I don't even know if I'm in the right meeting, to be honest with you.
We're glad you found us.
I'm so glad that I finally stood up. I was like, I don't hear any of these names, but okay, here I am. Happy to be here. Okay. So did you have any questions for me? I don't know if there was anything. that I
So
could cover.
we just typically ask you to walk us through your application, and then we'll follow up with questions.
Okay, fantastic. So all that we're doing is we're proposing to put a solar system on the southern exposure of the property located at 21 Homer Road. Now, the home is over 100 years old. It was essentially a converted barn. Whenever they purchased it, the previous owner took a barn and turned it into a livable space. They've been there for a while. They're just looking at putting a solar system on it. It's set back pretty far from the road, so in terms of like visibility and aesthetics, you can't see it from anywhere even close to there. You've got to get pretty good tucked back in there to see anything along those lines. It's fairly straightforward. We're not making any major changes to the rest of the property. All we're doing is putting panels. Roof's staying the same, siding staying the same. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Brendan, questions?
I have no questions.
Bob?
No.
Lynn? Paul?
No, I didn't have, the only thing I wanted to make a comment on is that I couldn't even find the place.
It's hard to find.
I sure
is.
It's off,
Are
it's definitely
you
off the
next to Ken
road.
Mason?
Oh, I haven't been
no.
there physically. That's
You
the
drive
thing.
into Ken's house, and I couldn't find 21. I found 22, but
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It's tucked
the
in.
actually, they.
same driveway?
No, they say to go in the other driveway.
Oh.
Then you kind of look over, but the actual access is Homer. It's very confusing.
It's like a four-sheet.
It took me a while, but
Solar,
I
I'm
saw
all
it.
for solar. So
Okay, fantastic.
All right, so board doesn't have any questions. Anybody in the audience that has questions? Seeing and hearing none, I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Move to close the public hearing.
So Bob has made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Lynn has seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. And then, Bob,
Yep.
your turn? Okay.
Case number HH 2026-5, filing date November 18th, 2025, hearing date January 21st, 2026. Address 21 Homer Road, map 23, parcel X4-2. Owner record is Paul Thomas, agent Rooftop Power LLC. Recording information book 33679, page 177, year built 1900. Source determine age, town assessing records. Demolition proposed is partial. The building is historically significant, listed in the town historic property inventory. It would not destroy or substantially diminish the historic values and limits of the subject's building. Determination, no demolition delay period imposed, and no conditions.
Okay, so we have a motion made by Bob. Do we have a second?
Second the motion.
Bob has made the motion. Paul has seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries.
One? Oh, okay.
Thank
You're
you
all
very
set.
much.
Do I need a paper or anything along those lines? You guys can send that to me?
They'll know at the building department
Wonderful.
after our assistant gets to process this in the morning.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You too.
Okay, we're saving everything up for this.
You're always last. Have you noticed that? You figured Lisa would put you up after all this time.
It's the order that it came in, 1 through 6. He's number 6. Okay, so our
Doesn't want any witnesses.
presumably our last public hearing for the evening is HH 2026-06, William and Nancy Doherty, through their agent Chris Childs at Patriot Builders, Inc. They filed a notice of intent. The project proposes the demolition of the main dwelling and the accessory dwelling to allow for the construction of one single-family residence. The accessory dwelling structure is over 100 years old according to the town assessing records and located at 75 Shore Road, map 2, parcel K3-F-0. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well.
So yeah, I this is Chris Childs. I'm Michael Donovan from Crowell & Donovan Law. This is Chris Childs from Patriot Builders. He had filed the application and brought us in recently, so that is why I'm last. And I have here somewhere the authorization. So I'll get that to you. I haven't signed authorization, so that's why I don't show up on the as the agent
That's fine.
on the application. Yeah,
You're
here-
representing
here it
to
is.
us here that you're,
Yeah, there it is.
perfect.
You wanna- Okay, so this is a property at 75 Shore Road in West Harwich. Nancy and William Doherty are the owners. It's through a trust. They just bought it almost a year ago, February of 2025.
they bought the property. And they've been through the ZBA and also through conservation. I think that was just approved, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
on January 7th.
And I think they kind of progressed believing that the main house on the property was built in 1999. But there was a small house that's been on the property, according to the assessor's record, since 1920. So I think that was a bit of a kind of an oversight there, and why we're here kind of at the end after going through the other processes already. So it was built in 1920, according to the assessor's records. It was about a 600 square foot ranch house. Then in 1999, the main house was built with about a 4,000 square foot house with a 3-car garage on the left. The Dohertys now seek to have one main house better situated on the lot, further back from the coastal bank, and set up as one house rather than 2 dwellings on one lot. What we would submit is that the house, the small house, the ranch house as it exists now, has been substantially rehabbed back at that 1999 timeframe. So the assessor's records calls it a total rehab. We pulled the building permit from 99, which really wasn't very helpful. It just said construct alteration, and it talked about re-roofing, and that was it. But it clearly, a lot more was done than that. So if you look at the building now, we can see that it's a building from the late 1990s. And so we would say that it's been completely gutted and redone, both the outside and the inside. And what was done in 99 was to bring that one up to date and to make it match the house that was, the main house that was being built in 1999. So it didn't retain any kind of any historic culture to it. I would point out a few things. One, the style itself now was updated. There's 2 skylights in the roofing, and then there was a double slider put on as well. Chris has been through that. He looked. There are Anderson sliders that were built in 1999. So there's modern materials there, that not only materials but modern concepts that are put in that have kind of devalued the historic nature of the property that existed before. The windows are new, the Anderson 200 series, narrow line, the double pane with vinyl clad on the exterior and vinyl jam liners. According to Chris, right, those
Yes.
weren't even made until like late 60s. The door is a modern fiberglass door. That's the entry door into the building. The trim, there's some wood trim, and then in some areas, especially around the slider, there's PVC that's there. So there's a combination of things that have been done there. The rake boards along the west side are PVC as well. And then the roof was redone according to the permit in that 99. It's a red cedar, and the siding looks, I mean, who knows, but it looks to the eye like it was probably done at that same time period.
And this is just to the west of Gray Neck Road Beach, right? It's
That's
the house
correct.
that's right on the
Yeah.
corner.
It's on the corner.
Right
Right
on
where
the
the
corner.
electric easement
Yes.
goes
Goes
through
through.
up to
That is
Nantucket.
correct, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Correct. And then the interior has been completely redone, the vaulted ceilings, the walls were redone, as insulation is fiberglass with plastic vapor barrier, so it clearly doesn't go back to the 20s, could be 50s, maybe 60s. So we would submit that the building as it is now doesn't retain any whatever historic culture it may have had back in the 1920s. There's no, we went through, I ran the title on it and talked to someone in my office who considers himself a bit of a historian of Harwich. Name to be, not to be mentioned, who said that he did not identify anyone there that he thought was particularly noteworthy. Now, whether that's his view of the world or not, I don't know. But we wanted to take a look at that to see, was there anything that we were missing there that may not physically be there, but it's something done, and we couldn't find anything that happened there that would be noteworthy, or something that this board may be interested in. And so we would submit that at this point, we would seek a finding that the house itself, as it stands now, is not a significant structure, and ask that there be no demolition delay imposed.
Okay, Bob?
No, I don't know. I thought it's weird that it looks like it was an unfinished chimney on the side.
At the side, yeah.
That's bizarre.
I think they
Because it
put
looks like a
glass
fireplace
in there.
inside.
Side, yeah, I think
Anyways.
that's what they did, yeah.
No, I don't have any.
Okay, Brendan?
I guess I don't, you're tearing both buildings down.
Correct.
Right. So we're really just weighing in on the smaller building, if anything.
Right, that's the only thing that is potentially old, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
having walked by this stretch my entire life, there's really not much that is.
Actually, come back to me, I wanna hear it.
Okay.
But,
Lynn, anything?
Well, I don't like to ever see anything old torn down, but if it's been changed that much from the original, it doesn't. No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, Paul?
More curiosity, is the main reason to do this to get further back from the coastline, or is it to put up a bigger house that is already there?
That's not the main reason. It's a benefit, but they actually quite extensively explored remodeling the existing house, and it had an architect do some designs, et cetera. And if they were to go that route, they would have likely remodeled the cottage as well. But going through the design process and the layout of the house, and it wasn't nothing would have been ideal to what they really wanted. And in terms of the cost, the time frame, and the amount of time it would take, it made more sense to just take the whole thing down and combine it into one single-family dwelling.
So it's not really moving it further back from the coastal bank?
Well, that's not the main reason why they did it,
Yeah.
but when they decided to tear it down, the first thought was to bring it forward, bring it away from, or back
Right.
from the coastal bank, yes.
Right, which would put it in the middle of that one.
Right.
Yeah, I don't, I mean, I find it still hard to believe that tearing something down and putting something new up is not going to be more expensive than just simply
Yeah, no, it
repairing
was,
whatever
like I said, a little
Take the building
limiting
down
to-
in front and go with what you got.
I would encourage you to drive down Shore Road and any day and find me a house that hasn't been rebuilt in the last
Right.
10
Well,
years.
this is 1999, that's
Yeah.
just yesterday for me.
It is. No, 100%. Agreed. Brendan, yeah, anything?
No, go ahead.
Oh, no,
Bob?
the only thing, you always hate to see a cottage like that torn down, which could be a year-round
Yeah.
Yeah.
apartment for somebody
about
to
selling
live
it to
in, you know?
somebody?
It's a shame, but,
How about moving it to a vacant lot and having somebody live in it?
oh,
No?
Yeah, I
So
mean, I
I'll
don't know
say,
if-
I understand those points, I just, for the,
this isn't substantial enough to worth
Correct.
moving.
Move it,
Right,
yeah.
correct. and,
600 square feet.
and where that's the only thing
Find
that is
someone to
potentially
take it.
old on that lot,
Yeah,
I'd have a hard time doing anything
Yeah.
yeah,
just for that little
That's a
cottage.
great spot.
yeah,
It is a great spot.
Nice little guest house.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I
Okay.
see nobody else in the audience, so I will ask anyway.
You have a question?
So seeing,
Did you have a comment? No.
seeing nothing, nobody else, I will entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I move to close the public hearing.
Bob's made the motion,
Second.
Linda seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries, and Bob, I guess it's your turn.
Okay. HH 2026-06, filing date November 17th, 2025, hearing date January 21st, 2026, address 75 Shore Road, map 2, parcel K3-F-0. Owner of record, William and Nancy Doherty. Agents, Chris Childs, Patriot Builders. Recording information, certificate 238385. Year built 1920, from the town assessing records. Proposed demolition full. Historic significant. The building is not historically significant.
All right.
Proposed demolition would not destroy or diminish the historic value of the subject building. Determination, no determination and delay period imposed. And no conditions.
Okay, so we have a motion by Bob. Is there a second?
Second the motion.
Paul has seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's okay. I just noticed it now, but it's not a big deal.
Oh, really? Yeah. You can see it? Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, strange.
Okay. So. All right, the next matter on our agenda is the approval of minutes. We've got minutes for September 17th, October 15th, November 12th, and December 17th.
Motion to approve minutes for September 17th, 2025, October 15th, 2025, November 12th, 2025, and December 17th, 2025.
Is there a second?
Second.
Brendan's made the motion, Bob has seconded. All those in favor of approving the 4 sets of meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. All right. Lynn, the Revolutionary War War house plaques. Did you have anything more you wanted to
Well,
discuss on that tonight?
you had asked me for documentation on the soldiers themselves and what their service was. And just very, very briefly, here's a little overview of what they did and also where the some of the documentation came from. In some cases, it's a huge number of sources, but this is the basics.
Great.
And as you can say, the Massachusetts Soldiers and Sailors series, there's 17 volumes, and that is considered to be one of the Bibles for Massachusetts veterans from the American Revolution. Also, I indicated if they were represented or established patriots in Sons of the American Revolution and Daughters of the American Revolution, because there was extensive research done on those as well. And if they are in those databases, I have given you their patriot numbers.
Okay.
So it can be verified that way as well. And these are the only ones for the houses so far. I kind of had to put that on the back burner for a while, and if you wanted to see the houses again, I have them here on the original things that I did. Lisa, do you need a copy of this? Okay. You're welcome. So, and I know a lot of them, it just says that they responded to the alarm of Bedford and Falmouth. That's New Bedford, but back then it was just Bedford. And basically, they were all militia, so they had short stints. Now, some of them, who is it? David Clark, he had more experience, but he did not want to get into the whole list there. He was a captain. Once again, that was of militia. Now, Seth Nickerson also may have gone into the Continental Army. That is, I needed more time to go back and go over that as well. But there they are. And there was, in case you, little extra tidbit of info, once things started percolating, shall we say, the provincial Congress did pass a law that every able-bodied man between the ages of 16 and 60 in every town and city in the colony could be drafted and were to do their service at some point during the war. So there's a lot of people. That's why we have 415 that are going to be going on the memorial just for
So that was
Harwich.
my first question. These gentlemen will all be on the
Yes.
memorial.
Yes, they will.
So questions, thoughts from
None.
board
Thank you.
members?
Thank you.
They will.
Is the is the notion from the board to take a vote to, I think most of these houses are already on the 100-year list, obviously, or
They
on the,
are.
on the property inventory.
A couple of them are in Macros.
So what's the board's pleasure as far as moving forward here? Are we looking at noting them as a on our historic property inventory in addition to them being already on there, but noting them as revolutionary, as houses that were homes of Revolutionary War veterans? What, are we looking at reaching out to property owners and telling them that, you know, we would be supportive of a plaque on their property that references it? I guess I'm curious as to what all your thoughts are for next steps.
I think there should be some sort of recognition for the houses. Because finding houses that house, well, A, from this time period, and B, that housed soldiers that were involved in the war, especially in the 250th anniversary period, is becoming harder and harder to do. So if this also helps raise the significance of those houses, I think it does need to be noted.
Mm-hmm. Bob?
I just had a thought, is that wouldn't it be wonderful in front of each of these houses, we not only had like a sign highlighting this is a revolutionary and a paragraph about the revolutionary soldier. I mean, I'm thinking Virginia's great for marking
Mhm.
all the houses.
Yes.
Something like that would be something, but
Yeah.
I know getting
Yeah.
approvals and
Remember,
people, yeah.
most of these houses were built after the war, but
Yeah.
they were built by the soldiers,
Right.
and the soldiers did live in the houses.
So we're,
Okay.
So I, want to recognize with a storyboard, it would be about the soldier,
Yeah,
yeah, which would be cool.
yeah.
What are your thoughts?
No, I agree with Bob. I think some sort of recognition out on the street. It just becomes a question of the cost of that. And I know that in terms of just searching for the plaques, we're talking $700 or $800 a plaque now for the bronze plaque. And to put something significant enough that can have a little story about the property itself,
and it's also the
it
property.
could be expensive.
It's
And
also
I
the
don't know,
property owner's
maybe
permission.
Mary's got a little
Right.
stash somewhere.
Hardly. But the other question is too, right, it's putting something on somebody's property. So, I don't think we have the right to just go in and
No.
place something, right? So we'd have to approach them and
No, but I think people would love to have that. Yeah.
Well, I think they might like to have the plaque on the house.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the least
Yeah.
I think we should do.
It'd be nice too if maybe we had a list put up somewhere in the community center.
Talk about and doing the pictures. I think we talked about that before.
yeah.
That was a good idea.
So, I mean, I think really next steps are going to have to be to discuss with administration what our thoughts are.
Just as a little side note, why don't we develop a little pamphlet, fold-up pamphlet that has the map of Harwich and each house, as is, our Revolutionary Trail or whatever you
Yeah.
call it, and just do a brochure that they can have at the chamber, so someone could pick up if they're curious about Revolutionary War soldiers
That's a good
and
idea.
houses.
So Lisa, can you just,
Make a motion to put Lisa.
Can you identify for us, we could do it sometime this week or next week, what we might have for funds as far as for designing and printing a pamphlet? And then we can, I can reach out to administration and discuss, trying to get something designed and done.
We are looking at the memorial to be dedicated probably September, October, maybe as late as Veterans Day, putting it in with Veterans Day as well.
Ready for?
Yeah, it's taking some time to get to getting it made. Because right now, apparently at this time of the year, it's not a good time to cut granite. So, and it's going to be granite.
Okay. All right, so Lisa, if you could send me some information and then we can follow up on email chains with both I think the acting town administrator is still here, correct? And they're still under negotiations with Mr. McGrail. Okay, so that's great. Thanks for that.
I just want to
Yep.
dwell on this topic that has been a source of some concern to me.
Yes.
That's the reference here to Ebenezer Broadbrooks before we leave this topic. And I just think we need
You wanna take the barn
some
off, take the barn off.
clarification, because one of his many occupations, we're talking, I guess, about Ebenezer, was the store owner, agreed, and he and his son Obed built a store, agreed, and you're saying 1807, I think Ebenezer had the store before then, but when we say later on the store became a residence, and today is now a barn garage, I don't know what that means. Are you saying the store? His store became a separate residence, not
This one was located over in Brooks Park initially, then it was moved across the street to where it is now.
Cross Oak Street?
Yes, across Oak Street. This information came from what Mildred Payne had done.
Well, Mildred's classic, so I'm not going to challenge Mildred, but Mildred isn't here to defend herself.
Right.
But
We have the picture of the
We
store.
have
but
the
the
picture.
point being on this, and that you're talking about indicating that on this property at 76 Oak Street, it's the barn.
Right, not the house.
Not the house, but the barn was originally Ebenezer, in your
The very
view,
first
Ebenezer
one.
Broadbrooks' store.
Right, first store.
So I think we'll have plenty of time to hash
Right.
this out before we finalize language
And
on
if
on a flyer.
If you wanna take it off,
But
I will not fight it.
But his home, the 745, is the
Right.
is the
Greenhouse.
right is the estate.
Right.
But that was Obed's house, not Ebenezer's house. And are you saying that Obed? It says you're saying his home. Are you implying that Ebenezer Broadbrooks' home is at 745 Main Street?
That was my understanding.
It's Obed's home. That's Obed. It does. If it was Ebenezer's home, it would.
Well, where did Ebenezer live then?
Well, you said it was a home, barn, garage, store. Later became a residence. I don't know.
Well,
His
Ebenezer's house was 745 Main Street, correct? The one next to the library, the greenhouse?
I disagree. No, I think that was Obed.
Okay,
That
so
also came from,
so you both are going to have a couple of
Okay,
months,
well,
I'm
yeah,
sure,
but-
to hash it out.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Right.
know whether his home was
Right, right, right.
Obed or Ebenezer, but I guess she's saying Ebenezer.
Thanks
Okay.
for all that, Lynn. The Historic Preservation
In the
Award
end.
application.
I have a question on that.
Yep.
Can the same person get it twice?
And the same person what?
Can the same person get an award for two different buildings? Get the
I don't know why not.
award twice?
Yeah, it'd be the
for two
building.
different buildings?
It's a building, yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering.
You want to give me one for both my places? Is that what it is?
Yeah, of course.
My wife is proposing something.
Amazing.
We don't have any people yet, do we?
No.
Okay.
But let me just say on that point,
Mhm.
I called Bill Galvin to try to get a little publicity on this now that several things have happened. And we've approved an article for the plaque and cover some of the costs of that. And we've got the website set up now through
Mhm.
Lisa's kind efforts and an explanation on how to proceed and so forth,
Awesome.
file a nomination. And allegedly, we have started as of January 1st through March 31st, the time period to accept nominations. And all the details on how to proceed and file are available for people on the website. So I just needed to kind of complete the nexus here and get some recognition or acknowledgement or knowledge or whatever to the townspeople. So anyway, I called Bill Galvin and
Perfect.
talked with him this past week. He said it was a great timing because it's a slow news week.
Good.
I'm
You'll
looking
get a nice
for
article
something.
out of it.
So, hopefully there'll be an article. I don't, trying to dodge the publicity here, but nevertheless, there should be some publicity tomorrow in the edition coming out this week that
Okay.
talks about our program.
Great.
And it explains sort of hopefully how one can go about doing it, and maybe
See it.
it'll generate a few candidates.
You've read the paper
I've read
already?
the paper. I didn't see it,
Oh, is that right?
unless it's
Got the
way in the
paper
back,
right here.
You got the advance edition?
the
Well,
electronic
then
version.
maybe next week.
It could be next week.
Maybe
That's-
it wasn't as slow as he thought it was.
there's-
Oh, yeah, it's right here. Here I am, Preservation Award
Oh, he's on
Plan.
the top.
There you go.
Oh,
Right on the front
It's even
page.
above the fold, Bob.
Oh, no wonder I didn't see
You gotta
it.
do your
Well-
research.
See?
It's
Is there
page
an-
on page 3.
Oh, my God, I totally missed it.
I looked at it
We
and
have
to-
didn't see
like,
anything.
we have to work
Nothing
on our
jumped out at
design
me
now.
either,
Maybe
but-
it's not
There
in
it
the
is.
electronic version.
There it is.
Nomination. yeah.
Fantastic.
And you
So
get
we
the hat,
should
hats in there too.
should get some good.
And I even got my hat in the picture.
So thank you both to both of you for the
Oh, we
work
should
you
work
did
on design.
preparing those.
Did you do?
No.
No, I'll read it, but
Oh.
work on design of the plaque.
Okay,
Next step.
I think we can postpone item 3, which a National Historic Register submission. I don't think we have anything before us to talk about. New business.
Actually, can we discuss that?
Sure.
Just real quickly, I mean, you see we have nothing to talk about?
I don't think we don't have an active application. We're not certainly putting in an application at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't know that we haven't received anything
Oh, okay.
to support. The Urbanos came in and talked to us about, the potential.
Yeah.
And we had said there was a lot, there's work that you would have to do in order to make it happen, but I don't know that there's anything, I haven't seen anything that we would look at to support or not support.
Yeah. I mean, my only concern can I speak on
Yeah.
it? Or, my only concern was the West Harwich Special District and how the two would,
Sure.
live together. And it'd be nice to see this, it was just recently implemented, so there's a couple of projects that are coming up where planning is going to weigh in. And I'd like to see
Mhm.
that process because the purpose and the intent, if you read both of those, it talks a lot about the historical significance, and they're working on guidelines. So I'd just be interested to see how that plays out.
Yeah, so I don't even think, we haven't approved the guidelines.
Well, I know the guidelines are going
as
to
a-
be discretionary
as a-
anyways, but just the bylaw itself, sorry, I shouldn't even mention that.
Right, but-
Because Duncanberry did mention that they would be discretionary at best. I just find it interesting. I like to see how
Mhm.
how effective this is going to be to protect historical.
Mhm.
That's all. Before we
we're-
create
we're-
something else. That
We're
we don't-
talking you're talking potentially 3 different things, right? There's the
Correct.
District of Critical Planning Concern that will have some planning guidelines behind the bylaw that exists currently. There is a National Register District, which has a whole set of guidelines that go along with it versus a historic district that would remain local control, whereas a national historic register district would not.
Maybe different.
So, you know, three potentials there,
Yeah.
one that's already started, and the other that I know has been talked about on many occasions. And I think there was an attempt to make that a historic district at one point, and it failed at town meeting, didn't it? Do I remember that?
I don't remember that at all.
I remember talk of
There was
that, but I
talk
think it
of
was
it.
more online. I just find this really interesting. I like to see what happens here, and
Great.
and I don't think there's another need for another layer of protection for historic right now.
No, that
that
certainly
area.
makes sense.
Anyways, that was my 2 cents. Thanks.
Anyone else? Or are we ready to move on to the Witchmere Harbor? So with Witchmere Harbor, Lisa, by any chance, did you, did I miss something? Did I miss it in my packet? With the Witchmere Harbor, the old decision from Witchmere Harbor, when they could come in, so we were gonna look at that old decision.
You know when that was?
I mean, it was like
Very
a year ago,
I would say it's probably at least two.
maybe like a year and a half, maybe like a year and a half ago.
About the 18
This will be
I would've-
2024.
date.
I would have said it was even older than that.
When they came in and presented, and we talked about the.
Yeah, but then it went through the whole,
It just seems like
through
I
the whole
can't track
cap-
time anymore. I think it's in 24, but I could be wrong.
Well, if we don't have,
Yeah, 2024 it should be floated. What was the address so she can look it up? I don't think it would be
I
under
think it's probably One Snow Inn Road.
One Snow Inn Road.
We can
1981.
move on to other things if Lisa has an opportunity to kind of take a look.
Yep.
See, I think the house.
So then I guess I just wanted to, let's skip over Witchmere Harbor for a second if we could, and we can talk about the memo that came from the new building commissioner. So I think that, I guess my initial comments, I think there may be some miscommunication. I would say that anything that is either in the historic district or that is on a historic home that would come in for a notice of intent, if it is like for like, materials are like for like, they don't have to come in for the demolition delay. So like, I'm not sure that the house on Main Street that was just the roof, I don't think that probably needed to come before us. That, if that was like for like, same material, same color, that would have been
Yeah,
fine.
ordinary repairs, yeah.
Right, so, I just wanna make sure we're all on board with that. Yeah,
Yes.
so I think some of the things that the building commissioner gave us was sections 8 and 9, which refers to work not under the commission's purview. So,
What about this on here? A commission may determine from time to time after public hearing that certain categories of exterior architectural features such as color, structure, signs, including may be constructed or altered without review of the commission. So, because it's really just a policing problem in the
right,
future, but.
so are you talking under 8A?
Yeah,
So 8A says, any city or town may provide in the ordinance or bylaw establishing a district or in any amendment thereof, the authority of the commission shall not extend to review of one or more of the following categories of buildings or historic structures or architectural features. In the event the buildings, structures, or exterior architectural features so included may be constructed or altered. So they're talking about temporary structures or signs, terraces, walks, driveways, sidewalks, walls, fences, or either of them, storm doors, windows, window screens, window air conditioners, the color of paint. I'm not sure I agree with the
And then also, just so,
color of paint.
and so there's clarity, when it says storm doors and windows,
And
I'm reading
windows
that
and
as
screens.
storm doors and storm windows.
Yeah,
Correct? Yeah.
so, I mean, I think my way of
I-
looking at it is, you know, we have a bylaw, we've been following the bylaw.
I think we,
The bylaw has passed through the Attorney General's office, so I don't know that there's anything we're doing that is, that isn't following on this. I'm happy to have a conversation with the building commissioner, but the whole point of a historic district is that we do have the right to discuss color and materials. So,
and I don't think she really had the building commissioner had a huge problem with any of that. Maybe it was just a reminder of that.
yeah, perhaps.
But I think the main thing was the appeal process.
Mhm.
That we may choose to address the possibility to allow an appeal process. And I feel the appeal process is interesting because two things. It says any person can, submit an appeal. And they will be reviewed by one person or persons of competence and experience in such matters.
So I
So
think,
how do you find, would that building be the building commissioner? I would think that'd be the only person
so
qualified.
again, it would be, our bylaw doesn't provide for an appeal.
Right.
So, and it says a city or town may provide in its ordinance or bylaw. So our
Yeah, it
may,
is, yeah.
it's may versus shall.
Mhm.
So what this is essentially saying is you could do, just like zoning board of appeals and planning board have a built-in appeal
Yeah.
process, this would be creating a built-in appeal process for historic, which simply doesn't exist at this point in our bylaw. It's certainly something we can discuss as a commission, going forward. It wouldn't be something that we would be doing for this annual town meeting. And I think, really when it comes to it, when you're talking, there may be some things that we want to clarify
Yeah.
on what's okay and what's not okay. We had talked about doing guidelines, we had had guidelines for quite a while. And then, thanks, Lisa. So we can certainly start exploring those guidelines again. We had started on the guidelines when we started on the bylaw changes, and then the only thing we did on the bylaw change was the 18 months. So, we can certainly talk about delving back into guidelines that would be appropriate for somebody to come in or do in the historic district that wouldn't require coming before us. But,
Yeah, I'm just curious about, in the building commissioner's letter, we received a few questions in the building department. I wanted to share with the commission the answers I found in, but I don't know what the questions are and what they're referencing. It'd be nice to pinpoint that, and then
sure,
if she wants to have a discussion, it would be great to
yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
invite her to come in and chat with us about this.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, I can reach out and, again, we would have to loop in administration
Yeah.
to ask a department head to come in. But we can do that.
But are they suggesting on these small things that the building department would make those decisions?
So that's what I'm not really sure of. I'm not really sure what's,
Because I always thought that if you had something like that, it wouldn't be necessarily them, but it should be the chair of this committee should review those.
Most towns do that exact thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
that I've
if
dealt
it's
with.
small and they make determination, no, this is fine, go ahead,
yeah.
or no, this has to go. That's
I mean,
what I always envisioned.
so we can discuss that further. To me, we're a board and none of us has authority outside the membership of the board unless we do something to make that happen, which would be a bylaw change that would say, under these circumstances, the chair could do something like that. So we can certainly talk about that, as far as what we think is necessary, not knowing what the questions are that are coming up and not knowing what the issues are. Like Lisa will reach out to me on occasion and say, does this one need to come before us? And typically I'm going to say yes. So my statement has always been, my position has always been, like the West Harwich property today, if there was one building or structure on the property that was of that age, then yes, it should come before us regardless of whether it's on the old or the new.
Right.
And the same thing if it's the reverse, like it's an old house, but it's a newer garage and they want to get rid of the newer garage, they should still come before us. We can make the determination and say, yeah, nope, that's a newer garage and shouldn't be covered as, well, the house still is, but no, you're okay on that garage, kind of a thing. So, that's kind of the position and the guidance that I've provided to
Yeah.
date. And again, I think we're always like for like, same color, same material, should be okay both in the district and on a demo delay. So like the house that was just re-roofing it, if they were using the same, still architectural shingles, still in that same color, you know, I think that would be considered regular maintenance and not really demolition under our bylaw.
Yeah, because we've always used that line where it says demolition in whole or in part.
Correct.
So there's no, 50% of it, it's just.
Right.
it's any demo
Right.
constitutes that.
Yeah, the big issue is today is that nobody uses the same materials when they fix something.
True.
So now it's
True.
an issue. maybe.
But I think that was in a unique instance where it really was.
Yeah, that truly was.
You know,
yeah.
it truly was. The harder part is in the district where you've got vinyl windows and you don't want them to replace it with.
Well, I mean, as far as the
Like-
district's concerned, I think everything should come
Yeah.
to the thing.
And I think it does right now.
Well, we've had some slips where
Yeah.
they replaced windows and they didn't come before the commission.
Okay,
A long time ago.
Yep.
But it does happen.
yeah, so we can,
But, and the whole point of going at least to the head or chair of this commission is that there is a lot of turnover in building departments.
That's
And-
my
and-
next
and
point.
a lot of times you get people
Mhm.
that come in that don't know the area, just know
Right.
the rules. And I
Right,
think
and-
it's important to,
different towns
Yeah.
operate very differently,
Right.
right? And even here on the Cape, for being on the Cape, we're very different than many of the other towns because we don't have Old Kings Highway District here,
that's right.
where we have it every place else because we're, south side. So, we're more unique on the Cape than I think some of the other towns,
Yeah.
just because we're a true historic district and not a regional,
Right.
district.
Yeah, I wonder if the questions came from residents or from, that
Contractors,
contractors, or
is my guess.
now that they're reorganizing the department,
Yep.
maybe trying to be more efficient on how they can do
Mhm.
things. I get it. It'd be nice to have building commissioner come in and chat with us.
Yeah, that'd
see
be
what the
great.
intent was.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
So Lisa, I'll try and send her an email tomorrow and I'll copy you on it.
And it's a pretty long bylaw too.
It is.
There's a lot.
It
and
is.
It's longer than most. There's a lot going on there. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a bigger discussion.
Okay. So,
So this is,
Can I backtrack for a second?
Sure.
All right. We're both looking at some stuff that I just pulled up on 745 Main Street. And according to the town, it was built in 1750. On Macris, it says 1810. If it was born in Obed was born in 1781. If the house was built in 1750, then Ebenezer, they lived there. That's probably where I came to the conclusion that that was Ebenezer's house. However, Macris doesn't mention either one of them, it only mentions Sidney Brooks.
Sidney made the house. That was his house, but his father, Obed, built the house. I'm pretty sure.
So we need to do more research on
Okay.
it. But the other ones are good.
perfect.
now it's interesting, my mother told me at one time that house, she thought was, other than one in South
Ebenezer's?
Harwich, no, that it was the oldest house in Harwich.
Yeah,
Still
and if it was 1750, that would make absolute
Yeah.
sense. Because the longhouse was 1760.
45, the longhouse.
That was 1764.
Was that the one in South
45,
Harwich?
1745.
Was that the one in South Harwich?
Yeah.
Longhouse it used
At
to
the
be at the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we moved up to Quaker Lane.
It's still there, but it's moved back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you have?
Okay, so it doesn't match my memory. So what we have, but I think it makes,
That fit.
I'm wondering if there was a next step that we missed. So it says that we, in July of '23, that we did impose a demo delay, but it was specifically for the opportunity for them to present plans to the ZBA, and that they could return to HDHC to request a removal of the demo delay. So I'm wondering if they came back.
I think they did,
I
I
think
thought they
they,
came back too.
I think they did.
because
You made recommendations on that.
Yeah, I very clearly remember.
Yeah, so I think this was the first one. I think somewhere in the records you'll find another one. And that's fine. We can certainly talk about it at our next meeting. You know, I don't think
Yeah.
they're still in the middle of,
Because we lifted the demolition delay.
so I think that's the first. I think that was the first thing that we did. And I think somewhere in the records you'll find, and I don't know how close it was together. I would believe it's before the 1 year expiration date. But they had come back to us because we had made recommendations about them keeping the tower and the look and feel of the skyline. Right, the silhouette. Good word, Bob.
From my stuff.
Yeah, so I think there's another one. So we'll, if you could just add that again to our next agenda, that would be great.
Calvin Gifford.
So does that make sense? So I think we're one behind.
Still-
You're still
fighting
dwelling on
over me,
Ebenezer
right?
and Obed.
I gotta go home and eat.
Yes, you do. Okay, so I think I'll reach out to the building commissioner, to have a discussion there, and then we can, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn, and we can reconvene on this matter in, 1 month.
So moved. I know I had recused myself from that meeting when the was.
Yeah, I do remember that now that you're saying that. So Lynn's made the motion to adjourn. Who's seconding?
Second the motion.
Paul seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Nobody in opposition. We are adjourned.
Sweet. I'll get the.
And Paul, I understand. You go home and you get something good for dinner. I've got nothing good for dinner.
I did the crock pot this afternoon,
I
so it
did
should
Chinese
be
food at
done.
lunch.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
I
was
didn't
waiting
have
for
lunch